Well, dear friends, I am Priya with you with the new lesson, that is Global Problems and India's Role from Political Science, fourth lesson. Yes, let us discuss about that what are the global problems and what is the role of India to solve this problem. Yes, here after the end of the Second World War, we can see that world starts to face the many more problems. Is it? And before we can see the end of colonialism and imperialism. This is the main great world problem we faced at before the Second World War, and the colonialism, imperialism is the cause for the Second World War. Is it? But after the end of the Second World War, imperialism and colonialism get end. But here we can see that the many more global problems arise on that period. Then UNO is also rise on that period after the end of the Second World War. Afterwards, UNO is also the work for the purpose of development of the world, eradication of the social problems, and enriching the all countries in the enriching the economical status of the all countries are the main aim, and eradicating the some diseases is also main aim of the WHO, likewise the UN. Is it? So we can see that the many more programs rise with the UN. Similarly, many more global problems are increased on that period. Is it? So it is very necessary to eradicate these type of the global problems. Yes, what are the global problems? Denial of human rights. Is it? Arms races. Then racism. Is it? Then afterwards we can see that economic inequality. Is it? Then many more problems. Smuggling is also there. Is it? Naxalism. So many more global problems arise on the time. Now also we are facing these global problems. Is it? So today's class, let us discuss about what are the main global problems, then what is the role of India to eradicate these global problems. Is it? Yes, it's an apply question you will get in your examination. So after the end of every topic, I will explain about how to solve the question. Is it? So how it is? What is the role of India to eradicate about eradicate the how it fights against the economic inequality. Is it? What is the role of India to eradicate the armament race? What is the opinion of the India? So likewise applied question will be rise in your examination. So this is for 2 marks question. Applied 2 marks question rises from this lesson. Understand this? Yes, let us discuss about that. Already I tell you what is the main global problem is denial of human rights. Is it? As many humanists are explains likewise what is human rights are very necessary for the every human being for living purpose. Is it? So from olden days, many civilizations are not gives the more important for the human rights. Afterwards, it is not gives the honor to the human rights. Is it? So for that purpose, it's very necessary to give the human rights to the people. So we can see that racism, gender, caste-based discrimination. Is it? Then afterwards, on the basis of the nationality, birthplace, color. Is it? On the basis of what is job? So we are all making the discrimination of the people. Is it? We are all not providing the proper rights to the people for living. Is it? So it is very harmful for the human society. For that purpose, humanists are explained likewise. It's the very necessary to provide the human rights to the all people, and we should honor to human rights. Is it? So let us discuss about that how this human rights is emerged, how we adapt these human rights. Is it? We can see the many more revolutions and freedom fightings we are in the history. Is it? In the period of the 1776, we can see that American War of Independence. Is it? So then in the period of 1789, we can see that the French Revolution, and in the period of 1917, Russian Revolution, and also in 1947 is the Indian Independence movement. Is it? These all took place in the history for what purpose? To getting the denial human rights. is it? So in the 1776, the America want freedom from the Britain, is it? Then in the 1789, here the French peoples want to get the what is freedom from the Bourbon dynasty, is it? They are not giving the rights to the peoples, is it? Then afterwards 1917, the Russian Revolution is also one of the best example for the getting the human rights. And also in the 1947, India is also struggle to get the freedom from the Britishers, is it? On that period, in Indian peoples are not getting the proper human rights in all economical, political, socially. Here we can see that British control as, is it? So these are all revolutions and freedom movements are main cause for them. But it gives the more importance to emerge the human rights. Understand? But it promotes the human rights. It's the very necessary to getting the human rights in every country. So on that meantime, after the Second World War, UNO is emerged. Afterwards, UNO is start to adapt the human rights. Afterwards, it mandate to its country members to adapt the human rights in their countries, is it? Then afterwards, it adapt and declared the human right in the period of 10th December 1948. That is, UN is adapt and also it declared the human right in 10th December 1948, is it? So it declared and adapt the human rights in UN. Afterwards, it mandate its country people, in the sense who are the members of the UN. So all countries should get the human rights, should adapt the human rights in their country. Understand? Through that, it adapt the human right. Afterwards, it makes them in some guidelines and also the 30 columns. What is it? Not only adapt, it makes the guidelines and also it gives the 30 columns. So it's a very necessary to accept the human right, because of we are practicing some racism, gender, discrimination on the basis of the caste system is there, and women discrimination is there. So by this human right, all people or get the freedom, is it? Afterwards, the living freedom. Some peoples are not have to right to live, is it? So but the human rights gives them right to live. So afterwards, it is possible to eradicate the slavery, is it? It is possible to eradicate the slavery. Then afterwards, it is possible to eradicate the women discrimination, is it? Then for that purpose, here we can see UNO is adapt the human right in the period of the 10th December 1948, and it is a mandate to all its country, its members to adapt the human right. Then afterwards, we can see that UNO is also started one commission, International Human Rights Commission. But it is the International Human Rights Commission is started by the UNO to eradicate the discrimination between the human. Understand? So this is all about the human rights, how it emerged, what is the role of the UNO to eradicate the all these problems, and how it provide the human rights to its members countries, is it? So then how it is forward to take a bold step in the human rights activities, is it? Then what is the role of India, is it? What is the role of India? Yes, India is also one of the independent, is it, democratic, socialistic country. So it is always gives the importance for the freedom. So here we can see that its constitution, what is India in its constitution, 12 to 13th article, 3rd part. What is 12 to 35 article and part 3rd. In this, it explains about the human rights and it gives its own rights to its country people. Understand this. Then afterwards, always it advocate about the human rights and it implement in its country. So we can see that in the national level, a National Human Rights Commission is there in our country. What is National Human Rights Commission? National Human Rights Commission is there in our country. And afterwards, we can see that human rights Commission for ST. Human Rights Commission for ST is there. And Women Right Commission is there in our country. Then Human Right Commission for the backward classes is there in our country. Is it? Afterwards, in the state level also we can see that state level Human Right Commission is also there in our states. In the sense, Karnataka state also we have the State Human Right Commission. Is it? Through that, it gives the human rights to its country citizen. Understand this. So through that, India always discuss about the human rights in the sessions and conference and meetings in the UNO. Always it is favor to the human rights. Okay, so then afterwards here also UNO declared likewise, and it mandated its members in the period of the 1966, all its membership countries should adopt the human rights. Understand? Then International Human Rights Commission is also emerged by the UNO. Through that, it want to eradicate the denial of human rights, and it wants to provide the human rights to all country peoples. Understand? This is all about the human right. Understand? Then afterwards we can see that what is the human right? What is the human right here? Providing the right to live. What is providing the right to live? It is called the human rights. So it is includes the freedom, dignity and equality. We should give the freedom to the people. By birth, the people are getting the freedom by birth, but afterwards he is chained with the race, caste, gender, wealth, and nationality, and also the birthplace. So for that purpose, we are making the many more discrimination on this basis. So every man is free by birth. So we should provide the freedom and his own dignity to him. Afterwards, equality, right to live, all these include in the human rights. Understand this? This is all about the human right. Then what is your question? 1 mark question will rise from this topic. What is that? When did UNO declare the human right? When did UN adopt the human right? Yes, UN adopt the human right in the period of 10th December 1948. Understand this? Then sometimes they may be asked, when did the American War of Independence took place? When did the Russian French Revolution took place? Likewise, this is the 1 mark question. Then next one is the applied question from this topic is how India is a favor to human right. How India is favor to human right. Understand? What is the role of India to providing the human rights to its country citizen? This is the 2 question, but answer is the same. India is always a favor to human rights. Then it provide them its own rights in its constitution. So Constitution of India is provide the 12 to 35th article about the rights in the 3rd part. Understand? This is the first point. Then secondly, India started the National Human Right Commission. Then afterwards, Human Right Commission for SC, ST and backward classes. Women Right Commission is also established, and in the state level, it established the State Human Right Commission. In Karnataka? It is exist in all session, conference and in the meeting. Always India talk towards the human right, and also it is try to eradicate the slavery and discrimination against the women. This is the perfect answer for the 2 marks question. Understand this? This is all about the human rights denial. Understand?